Okay guys, welcome to another tutorial or mechanic one-on-one with me, Dark Night Rod. Today or tonight we're going to flush and change the antifreeze, coolant. This has many names. This is the brand Peak, but yet again I'm not sponsored. You check your manual for what antifreeze you should use. We will drain the bike, we will do a complete flush, and we will then refill with new antifreeze. And all you need is some simple tools, a catch can to catch the old fluid, and this. I don't know what's called in English, but I will show you. I will walk you through it. Come along and let's get started. And here we are on the left side of the night rod. And the first thing you need to do is loosen this Allen bolt here from beneath here with number 4, that is. And then take the cover off, okay? And put it somewhere safe. Okay, now let's locate the drain plug. Tuck the electric away, and there is your drain plug, okay? So this is where the liquid will flush out, but there's another one right there. Okay, so I'll walk you through this, don't panic yet. The first thing you need to do is loosen the radiator cap. That is simple. Turn it and watch out for that spill. It's not a big problem. Just take some paper and dry it off. You can see my old fluid there. It looks good. But you should change it every now and then because you don't want to see corrosion or any rust. But it looks good. I'm happy. Now take your catch can, as I call it. Put it nice somewhere under the bike. And you loosen this one, and you don't have to take it all the way out. There's a slot or groove in the plug. And there you can see the fluid coming out. So I will turn this just a little bit more. Now it's starting to drain. Okay, so we'll let it drain there for a bit. 2.4 liters, that's 2.5 quarts. So have a good catch can. This part is done. Move your catch can to under the bike and you loosen that bolt over there. And fluid will start to drain from the engine. This is a total flush, okay? So have a good catch can there. I have loosened the bolt and you can see the last of the coolant is coming out. And you should be aware it's going to drain all over the place. Have some shop towels, and probably now at this time you have some coolant here, you have coolant there. This is a good time to actually rinse your bike with water and clean it up. I use some soapy water and just spray her down and clean her up so I don't have coolant everywhere. Okay, so this is the bolt that goes through the front of the engine, the drain, the second drain plug, we can call it. You can see the old thread lock, the red here. This should be tightened down to 9.7 Newton meters. Oh, the coolant, don't throw this into the nature. Put it in a container where this is supposed to be, old stuff like this, okay? Do not throw it in the nature. Damn you! Okay, so everything is drained. No liquid in here. We have drained the system and everything is completely dry. I let it dry for 24 hours. You don't have to do that. I just take my time to do this. Now you will have to go inside the air box and find the air bleeding bolt. That's the one there, okay? Loosen that one and then fill through the radiator cap with some distilled water, okay? Through there, 2 liters, and then close the cap with the cap, and then you turn on the bike, press the ignition, and force the engine to open up the thermostat, okay? So you want the engine to go up to work temperature to flush the fluid all around. This time it's just water, and then you repeat the process, okay? So you flush the radiator, you open up the engine bolt, and you flush the old water down and out of the engine. Okay, let's go. Hit the ignition. Fans kicked in. I let it run for a couple of minutes, and now you want to wait. Do not, I repeat, do not open that. It's very, very hot liquid water in here. So now we have to wait. So we have let the engine cool down so that the distilled water that we put in is cool. We want to drain the engine from the water now. So we just repeat the process that we did in the first step. Okay? After that, we mix distilled water with our coolant. Okay? But first, let us drain the water. So, sometimes there's a bit of liquid inside. This time, just a few drops. So don't worry about that. Now it's time to mix up the antifreeze coolant with the distilled water, okay? This one, this type of brand, or this should I say, is not pre-mixed. It depends on the brand and such, so check that. Sometimes you don't have to add the distilled water. For this one, I have to, so read the instruction for that. And a quick tip is to use a small funnel to add, so you don't get coolant everywhere here. It's not corrosive, but it can get a bit sticky, so use a funnel and read the instructions, okay? So let's hit the ignition and circulate the new fluid around, and let it work up to work temperature so that the thermostat will open, and mix it all around, okay? That will take a couple of minutes depending on degrees outside or inside and so. But time is all we have.